Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 6:28 a.m.
Okay. Walking to work. It's about 8:35 a.m. I mean, I set the time that I'm supposed to get to work, so whether I think that's late or not, to me that's late. So I don't like it, but they keep rolling. A bunch of stuff to catch up on today, and I will follow up shortly. They love you out there, man.
Hey, be nice.
They love you.
Nice.
Okay, so today I'm trying to connect with that auto brand again. A really big player in the local space, that 30,000 deal, a really big ad tech platform to generate landing pages to correspond with PPC campaigns, a really large media publisher with 500 properties, following up with one of the pool deals, another ad tech platform, and ad buying platform, again, generating landing pages to correspond with either the PPC campaign or display ad. That's kind of one of our sweet spots. So, yep, that's it. Okay, yep, targeting all those companies right now. That's kind of in the co-op space. Here we go. All right, running to the bank real quick. Hopefully last time we automated everything after today. So it should be a pretty interesting year. Okay, well, I wasn't going to normally show this part, but again, I'm trying to keep it all pretty real, so there's no, like, obviously I'm not fancy at editing and all that other stuff. So I just basically snuck out of the office to go to the bank, but then at the same time I was like, you know what? I didn't work out this morning, I didn't work out yesterday. Well, I guess I did work out yesterday morning, but honestly, we don't have lunch breaks or anything, so I basically decided, I normally eat at my desk like you've seen, so I will now go in for what would be considered a lunch break and go and bust out this 45-minute flywheel. And it'll probably just reset my whole outlook, but all good. Really busy morning so far. And, oh yeah, hammering this out. All right, just busting that out. I think I got a personal best for 2018. And that's the difference between, I guess, coming in the afternoon and not, you know what I mean? Like, basically, it's not from a dead sleep, you know, you've been up for a couple hours, but still, I prefer the morning. All right, headed back to the office. Okay. So, you know, I've talked about how website builder, CMS, and people, you know, sometimes obviously are like, oh, well, what about Weebly versus DevHub? I just consider them totally different, right? Like, to me, Weebly is more of a website builder that you're using to build one-off sites. The reason people are using us is because it's sites as part of a larger strategy. So the reason someone would pick us over Weebly is because they're going after a vertical, and let's say they want to build out 30,000 single-page like landing pages that will then can be then turned into websites. On Weebly, how are you going to go generate 30,000 vertical specific sites on the fly? To me, that's one of the biggest difference among a couple others. The reason I bring up the DevHub versus Weebly thing is because that deal that we're bidding on right now for those 30,000 sites, vertical specific sites, is those type of deals fall right into our sweet spot. Now again, if their whole thing was we want to sell one-off websites, do fulfillment, blah blah blah, you can, you know, but what you have going for you when you have 30,000 sites within a specific vertical is authority. You know what works best for that specific industry. Now, if you want to just walk into any, I mean, I don't know if any of you have ever done this before, but go try to build a website for somebody. Everyone has an idea of what they want their website to look like. And that's one of those lessons we learned in those 5 years where we were just slogging it through, working with media companies and whatnot, which was like, you got to shift the story from being about, hey, we can build you any type of website, to be like, hey, here's what successful service area businesses look like. Service area companies' websites look like. You don't need a map. No one's driving to a plumber's location. You know, you need a huge phone number and maybe a form above the fold that works on mobile. These are the type of sites that work well for service area businesses or a plumber or whatever. Not, hey plumber, what kind of website do you want? That's one of the biggest difference between us and, let's say, a traditional site builder. We're part of the strategy. Okay, here's how you go sell to this vertical. So if that 30,000 deal doesn't, materialize with us and then go with Weebly, I mean, good luck. It's going to be a long road selling individual websites. Something that should take 1-2 hours or days to close ends up taking months. And again, that's just from years of experience. That's not just making that up. So anyway, that's the reason I bring it up. Hey, it's Mark. I got Daniel in my office. I'm going to turn the camera around now. Cool. We'll pull Daniel in here real quick. Daniel, real quick, Talk to me about DevHub SLAs.
What about it?
When most people are looking for an SLA from us, what are they really looking for?
Just setting expectations for response times. It's around two things. One is, the actual uptime of the system, like are sites going to load, is there problems, and if there's a certain type of problem, how fast is it going to get resolved? So there's like kind of the immediate urgent stuff, and then there is the SLAs around just general support, how fast do you respond to inquiries, questions, where they go, how they're organized and followed up on.
Based on 66 or 67 key accounts, how many different conversations are you having with customers a day?
Me, myself, probably 10 to 12.
Different individual customers, questions, stuff like that?
Yeah. That's probably pretty typical.
Nice. Thank you. All right, walking home. Second shift of people working in the garage. Anyway, really productive day. Sent out an NDA for some negotiations that we're having right now. Followed up with that 30,000 deal. Obviously, you saw Daniel talking about SLAs, which are service level agreements, which we guarantee 99.9. The last 0.9 to make it 99.99 is negotiable. And so right now it's almost 7. I'm gonna meet up with Ash, go to sushi, pack tonight, and we have a flight at 6 or 7 a.m. tomorrow. And we're going to sushi. Quick in and out, probably 30 minutes. And that's it. So I'm gonna take off, go home, pack, and I will see you on the plane tomorrow. I keep looking at the record button.